knows that you're doing it right. 'Cause everybody else knows what they're taking tonight. But I just wanna play it right. We couldn't get there tonight.
Hey guys, welcome to coaching video number 2. There were so many moments that I had to break this up into 2 videos, and that's why it's taken me so long to get this out. So part 2 is pending. But for now, we will dive right into this. Decent game, well, decent games, but lots of stuff to talk about. Good stuff. Good coaching moments. We'll dive right in. I make the first mistake in these 4 games, and it's just a simple point play. And you'll see here, if I just move over to the right, I've got all this room. I can take a shot on net. I can pass it off to the center, and we'll keep the offensive zone play going. I try to deke around. Thankfully, the CPU saves me. This second moment here is it's got to do with defensive zone positioning and our breakout a little bit. You'll notice that the left wing and the center get really low into our zone, and right here, you see all 4 of us are right in front of the net, and you got Soft right up there on the far right. If he does get the breakout pass, who's he going to pass it to? So we want to get our center, as you see on the screen, and left wing up there. We need to keep these positions to help our breakout. This third moment here is an example of us falling away from our breakout for a little bit. Soft is up here, our right wing in general is up here, ready for the pass. You've got a guy right on your tail. We need to pass that puck up because it results in a turnover and they get a decent shot on net. We want to make sure that when we're in the offensive zone, we are keeping the puck as low as possible in order to keep the offensive zone rush going. Here we have 2 guys basically pinching you right in. Rather than passing it up to the point to me or trying to deke around the top of the zone, dump it low. We had a center low and could have had a shot on net. I scream at you guys all the time, dump and chase, and here's just a perfect example of me not listening to my own advice. Too many guys around, I try to deke into the zone. That's what happens. We did lead this game through the first 2 periods, and it was kind of crappy. We lost Soft halfway through, and you know what? This is what happened. The mistakes cost us this game. We dominated until the 3rd. And here's where they got their 3 goals to win the game. You'll see on the stat screen when it comes up at the end. You know what? All of those were green in our favor after the first 2 periods. That's what happens. No wonder we lost. They beat us in every category except for hits. So that was game 1 versus GG. Here's game 2 versus HV. Another decent game and a slight end of game breakdown. We're playing the IIHF Canada way, apparently. I believe this play is actually something that I talked about in the first video, tisk tisk, but when we're in situations like this, where you have the potential for a cross crease, but there's guys between you, just shoot the puck. Either go for the snipe, or do a low shot and hope for the rebound for the rushing winger. You'll see what happens. This is a play that I've seen us do a little bit too often. Not as much anymore, more of an NHL 11 thing, but it's a collapsing offense, which really doesn't work. We want to be chasing that puck. When we lose the face-off, don't break out. Force the turnover, because you'll see that this guy just gets time to run around. And then look, we're all the way out of the zone. This guy's got free ice. He can do whatever breakout he wants. He can dipsy-doodle, whatever. We need to put pressure on their defenseman. Force the turnover. Try to get the puck back. I know we all love a good big body check, but timing is key. You'll see here, you're going to line up the body check, but really the better opportunity for the body check would have been around the blue line right there. Instead, you go for the body check here, and you miss the guy, gives up a shot on net, and just puts you way out of position. Don't mean to pick on you again, Leafs. I know we're on the power play in this situation, but one thing I always want you to remember is that you are a point man first. And in this situation, the center has pressure. You need to be on the point ready to receive that pass, keep the puck in the zone to keep our power play chances going instead of, trying to chase the puck back down in our zone. Now, I know that dumping the puck too early will usually result in a icing call against us, but sometimes it's what we need to do in order to try to force an offensive zone rush. Here you've got Soft. You've got 3 guys around you that are putting pressure on. You're not going to be able to deke around them, but you've got Soft on the rush. And if you dump it down, even if you do a short dump that keeps it in above the goal line, we might be able to get something out of it. I think keep the puck low is going to be the new mantra for our team, because we seem to have trouble doing it. In this situation, you'll see here, Soft, what do? You're going to see right here, you've got a lot of red around you, and passing to me is not an option, and Leafs is nowhere near to pass to. You want to keep the puck low, like this. Pass it around the boards. You've got a center that's pretty close, and if you shoot it too hard, guess what? Leafs is already at the point waiting for that pass. As you can see, it just results in a turnover, and our offensive rush is done. Confidence is something that I want us to all have with the puck, and here's a great example of it. Leafs, you've got 3 guys that are being blocked, and you'll see right here. These guys are not passing options. They've each got a player that's putting pressure on them. Your better choice is to take a look at, hey, you're going to have free ice in a second as soon as these guys all skate forward, because they're all following their man. Skate with the puck. Don't force the pass. Don't force the turnover, because it just results in this. As much as forward movement in this game is important, we need to remember that control of the puck is more important than forward motion. In this situation, you've got a lot of pressure on you. You do have Soft rushing up the middle, but you take a look at this right here. He's not a passing option, and neither is our center. So you gotta move the puck somewhere. Shooting it all the way down the ice, which is what you do, it could work. I mean, if Soft was a little bit faster, maybe he gets to that puck first. The better option is this. Pass it back to Leafs. He's got tons of room in the defensive zone. You know what it means? We got to restart our breakout? Fine. It keeps possession in ours, and doesn't turn over the puck like this. Now, our position hasn't come a long way since NHL 11. I'll give you guys that. But here, I kind of had to laugh at this. If you take a look at this example, we've got our left D, our right D, our center, and our left wing. Wait, where's our right winger going? Where is he? Well, he's way the heck up here. This is not acceptable. I know we're down in the game, but we always need to be in our zone. We need to be working as a team, covering our man, and doing what we can to help out in the defensive zone. There's a time to shoot, and there's a time to pass, and keep the puck low. Keep the puck low. In this situation, there's so many guys in front of the net. A big slap shot's probably not going to make it through. You want to try to pass that puck around, keep it to the outside, keep it low. Look at all the options you've got. You've got a center who's curling out to the left, you've got Soft on the right, and you've got me on the right. Pass the puck around, keep the pressure in their zone. Don't turn it over. Again, confidence with the puck is important, and usually I've got it, but in this case I don't seem to have it. I've got a guy right next to me, and I've got Soft up the middle of the ice. Now we're down. I want to make the highlight play. I shouldn't have passed to him. But if you look there to the left, tons of free ice. If I skate around, we slow things down, start over, maybe something may have actually come from this. In quick game-changing moments, you got to make the quick pass, and here I spend too much time holding on to it. If I spring the pass right here up to our center, maybe he gets a breakaway. Instead, I hold on to it and try to make the pass late. It never gets to him. It just results in a turnover. And it's funny how such a little mistake in the defensive zone can result in basically the game ender for us. Keep the puck low. We want to try to stay away from the suicide passes to the point. In this play here, you've got a lot of pressure, and you're going to see why in a second. But you want to try to keep that puck as low as possible. You know what? We're down by 2. Do not pass it up to the point to me. Don't even move towards me. You want to keep the puck low. Do this. You've got a center who's already curling that way, and you've got Leafs who can catch up to a puck if the center does miss it. And all their players are facing the other way. You see, it manages to get out to me, but then what do I do with it? I've got to try to deke around this guy and take a shot, and it just really turns into a nothing play. Now, there's only so much I can say about this because I was in the penalty box. I had just taken a penalty. But we want to make sure that we are taking away the passing lane. In this situation here, Soft is going for the guy. He's going to try to keep him to the outside. But they've got 2 rushing guys. You need to get in the way of that passing lane. Get in between them. Don't stand in front of them, get between them, block that pass from happening, because the result is you just watch the play unfold. Now it's the end of the game. We've basically already lost, but we never want to give up our hockey style. Don't deke out of the zone like this. You've got so many passing options. You can pass behind, you can pass it forwards, and you've got a guy right on your tail. Shoot the puck forwards. You've got a winger that's right there. He could receive the pass. You could even do it behind you, and maybe I get the puck. But don't do this. And just to end the video off with a bang, I just figured I'd show you guys how I beat up Phil Kessel. Yep, pretty proud of that. So that's coaching video number 2, boys. The last thing we'll take a look at here is the stat screen for this game, and you know what? It was close. What cost us this game were the mistakes, and it's as simple as that. I mean, if you look across, they beat us a couple places, but it's pretty even across the board. If you take a look, it's not that big of a difference. We just need to tighten up our game, and hey, we're going to destroy that team next time. Stay tuned for part 2 of this video series, boys. This is Echo Fox. Keep your stick on the ice.